anytime you're in a relationship with someone and you just live in the present, you're in a situation.
Okay.
That's not really a relationship by today's new definition. That definition has been upgraded. So a relationship today means you are planning for the future.
Okay.
Now, I have a lady in mind right now who has been with somebody for years. Mm-hmm. And he says, come move in with me. And she says, well, we are planning for the future. Why would that not be what I'm talking about? Just because the guy says, well, you can come move in with me in the next year, because we're now planning for the future, that we're now going to live together. Why would that not be what I'm talking about?
Because there is no formal commitment, or...
They could make a formal commitment and say, we're going to be together. I love you, you love me, and we're going to live together. And now it's no longer a situationship, it's now a relationship.
I'm thinking because she has no investment in where they're living.
Okay, she could make an investment. You might charge her. You know, you got to pay some money to be here. And you're now going to have to help with the bills. We're going to go 50-50 on everything, whatever the case may be. Why would that still not be a relationship in the sense that we're talking about the higher end relationship?
Well, I guess I'm...
What do you think is missing in what we're just talking about right now? A man and woman decide to move together. And because, you know, technically a man and woman could get married and still kind of, by our definition, still be in a situationship.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm stumped.
Okay. And this has to do with your notes again. Write this down.
Okay.
And that is, how can a couple who are planning marriage and or are newlyweds be in a situationship instead of a relationship? And we'll write that down as one of the questions we'll answer or we will address off camera.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Okay. But I do want to give you a hint, and I don't want to starve anybody that's listening.
Okay.
The hint is this. They divorced within 2 years. That was a situationship. They divorced within 4 years. They divorced within 5 years. They divorced within 7 years. They divorced within 10 years. That was a situationship. You could divorce within 20 years, and that still was a situationship. And you could be married all the way until you die, and it was still a situationship. Because documents don't necessarily make a situationship a relationship.
Right.
And future planning doesn't necessarily make a situation a relationship. You have to look at what really makes a relationship, especially the standards that we're looking at from the Regency era or the Victorian era, made popular through the Bronte sisters or Jane Austen or Lewis Maud Montgomery. When we look at these stories at a time period in America when marriages lasted the longest and they were more secure and more steady. Oh, they had their problems and they had their setbacks, but strong women navigated those relationships very well. And this is what I keep telling my daughter and other people. You keep talking about all the rights that women didn't have and all the rights, but women still had their power. A woman may be denied rights in terms of this, that, and the other thing, but that doesn't take away her power. Because you can give women all the rights in the world today and they lost their power.
Right.
So don't sit there and talk about the rights are everything. No, it's how you use your power. And your power can cause you to transcend and rise above any patriarchal law. That's why you had queens. And that's why you had so many women like Elizabeth Bennet, who Darcy kept questioning her background, but who had the power. Who had the power between the two of them?
Elizabeth.
That's my point. He may have had the money and he may have had the rights, but he didn't have the power. Elizabeth Bennet ruled and will continue to rule because he was what? Bewitched.
Wow, okay.
And the question remains, how does a woman bewitch the man of her dreams? We'll answer that one off camera.
Okay, I'll write that down.
And we'll pause here. Unless you have a side comment
No.
or a side thought, a side reaction.